Today we're making these delicious banana nut muffins. It's almost Mother's Day, and on Mother's Day I always want to bake muffins. When my kids were little at their preschool, they always had like Mommy Muffin Day and Daddy Donut Day, and I think it like brings back those memories. So today we're making these banana nut muffins for Mother's Day. These are so good. They're super easy to make and they're so moist. I know people don't like that word, but it's like the best way to describe these. They are fantastic, so let's get started. Okay guys, the secret to the best banana bread or banana muffins or anything with banana in it, you want these bananas to be so ripe that they're like brown and almost to mush. These have been sitting on my countertop for like a week now, and I've just been waiting until they get to the perfect texture. But it's like when you mash this with a fork, it just like basically turns into baby food. We're gonna be starting this recipe off with our dry ingredients, and we need 1.5 cups of flour. Just all purpose is great for this recipe. And I just wanted to show you guys how I scoop my flour because I don't use a kitchen scale. I'm type B, guys. Sometimes I'm type A, but not really. Okay, I take a butter knife, the back of it like this, and I just tap, 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 tap. This is gonna make it loose. And also when I scooped, I did it really loose. I didn't like do super crazy scoop. And then you just tap, 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 and then you just push it off. So it's nice and level. And then right to the bowl. See how I just scoop really gently? Tap, tap, tap. We need 1.5 cups of flour for this recipe. For the rest of our dry ingredients, we have some nutmeg, cinnamon, salt. Go ahead and add that in. We also have 2 teaspoons of baking powder, not baking soda, baking powder we're using for this recipe to make those muffins really rise. And then just give this a good whisk. Next up, we're gonna peel our bananas and give them a really good mash with the back of our fork. And then as far as our bananas go, when we mash them, it's easiest to use a bowl like this where you have like the wider sides, so you're not like, we have to put our fork down in there to mash them, so you wanna make sure you have enough room at the bottom. If you use a regular bowl, sometimes it's a little bit tough to get them mashed good. We also want to chop our pecans really nice and fine, but not like ground. We still want a little bit of chunk to them. Once I get the pecans chopped up, I'm gonna transfer half of them into a bowl. That's gonna be for topping, and then I'm gonna use the other half to put right into the batter. To finish up our batter, we're gonna head over to the stand mixer, or you can use a large bowl with a hand mixer. To get started with our recipe, we're gonna go ahead and add our beater attachment to our stand mixer, and then we wanna use 1/2 cup of salted softened butter. It needs to be softened on the countertop for at least an hour before you start this recipe, because that's gonna create a really airy batter, which is super important. So go ahead and throw that into the stand mixer bowl, and then we're just gonna give it a little beat for like 15 seconds or so, just to soften it even more. Next up, we're gonna just go ahead and add in our brown sugar. We have 1/2 cup of packed brown sugar and then 3/4 cups of granulated sugar. You wanna beat this on medium-low speed for 1 to 2 minutes until it's really nice and light and fluffy. Make sure to scrape those sides down the whole entire process just to make sure nothing's sticking. Mine loves to stick in the bottom as well. Then once that's nice and fluffy, we're gonna add in 2 eggs and some vanilla extract. Give that a good beat. And we're gonna add in our mashed bananas. Go ahead and add it all in, and then you wanna just give this a good beat for 30 seconds or so just to incorporate it all. And then we're gonna add in our dry ingredients, and you just wanna beat this on low speed until it's just combined. Don't overmix this or it's gonna make the batter not as moist. And then add in 1/2 of our pecans and give this a really good stir. Now that we have our batter made, we're gonna preheat our oven to 375 degrees. Next up, we're gonna use our tulip liners. This is my favorite thing ever for muffins because you don't have to worry about them overfilling, and it happens all the time with the cupcake liners. So we're gonna be making 12 muffins here, so we're just gonna line our nice little muffin tin with 12 of these. These are super cheap on Amazon too. I'll make sure to link them in the description, but I bought a package like forever ago, and I make muffins a lot, and I'm still not out of them. This particular one had this craft color, and then I think it had dark brown and white too. I don't really like the white ones, but I like the dark brown and these. Next, we're gonna go ahead and scoop our batter into our muffin liners, and I like to use one of these just so I kind of like have an equal size for each muffin. Once I'm finished filling these, I'm gonna take about a 1/4 cup of brown sugar and just kind of sprinkle it over the tops. And then I'm gonna top it with those chopped pecans. This just brings in a little bit of sweetness. And like brown sugar and pecan together is delicious. And grab our pecans. If you're fancy, my husband says that, I think. He's not very fancy though. He's from California. I think that's why. Maybe, are you guys from California? Do you say pecan? Pecan? I'm from Buffalo, New York originally, and I'm pretty sure we say pecan. All right, now these are gonna go in the oven for about 23 to 26 minutes. Just make sure to watch them. If you fill them less, they'll cook faster, of course. If you're gonna make like 18 muffins with the same amount of batter, they'll be smaller, so they'll cook a little bit faster. So just make sure to watch them. Do the toothpick test to make sure that when you stick that in, it should come out as crumbs, not wet batter. That's it, we're all done with these banana nut muffins for Mother's Day. I hope you guys love this. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks so much for being here, and make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Make sure to subscribe for new recipes every single week. I love sharing them with you, and I'll see you next time.